Hey guys, so this message is about date setting. God wanted to basically pass a message that date setting, don't let it be a priority in your life. Essentially, if you look at the past 3-4 years, how many people have dates set? Millions? How many were accurate? None? So, not to say that date setting isn't important. I get that we're supposed to look out for signs. I understand that we are in the end times, no doubt about it. And believe me, I want to go home to be where ignorant jerk people are not, never will be. Believe me, I would love rapture to happen any moment. I would love to go home once again to be where ignorant jerk people are not and never will be. But observe over the last 3-4 years, okay? Millions of people have dates set. And how many were accurate? None. Okay? Now, I'm sure this is part of the enemy's plan too, okay? Essentially, they want to distract you from doing what you need to do to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth. Okay, so essentially do not let date setting become such a preoccupation in your life that the only thing that you want to do is date set. Don't neglect what your spiritual duty is meant to be on earth, okay? Do not neglect what God has sent you to do on this earth. Because if you're just date setting, and that is such a distraction in your life, it's a hindrance to what you're supposed to be doing to bring heaven onto earth with your own soul, with your own spirit. So don't neglect your duties on earth, you guys. What makes you happy? What brings you joy? What fulfills you? What brings others joy? That brings you fulfillment and happiness and joy. Do that. If date setting is one of those things that just brings you joy, then okay. But there are other things that you could progress your life forward with. There are. I know there are. You can't just... I'm sure your purpose on earth isn't just to date set. So, do things that make you happy, you guys. Do things that fulfill you and fulfill what God wants you to do on earth. Because I guarantee what God wants you to do on earth makes you extremely happy. It fills you with joy. It fulfills you. So do that. So do not let date setting be a distraction from what you're meant to do on earth. Okay? And honestly, I'm not trying to condemn date setting. I really am not. But if you think about this from a different perspective, especially from people that don't necessarily believe in God, they see all these people making dates and setting dates and they're not happening. They're not happening. They're not happening. Well, what is that telling people that don't believe in God? It gives them more validation not to believe in God. So once again, I'm not trying to condemn this, but it's taking people away from the point. But if you start progressing yourself in the way that God wants you to do, to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth, okay, that could be singing, that could be writing, that could be drawing, painting, do things that God wants you to do on earth to bring the kingdom of earth, or the kingdom of heaven onto earth. Okay? Do not let date setting be a distraction from what God wants you to do on earth. Because it's those things, basically what God has sent you to do on earth, those are the things that are going to draw people closer to God. Not date setting. Okay? So, God bless you guys. Take care.